No idea what the real name for this is. Static split squat. Although static would suggest probably no movement. But the first port of call here before you start doing dynamic lateral lunges is just the feet in the same position. Toes pointing forward here is important, and just try and keep soles of the feet on the floor. So we're not kind of doing any kind of Cossack squat variation. And good knee tracking on the knee that's bending as well. Don't let the knee cave in. And actually on the straight leg as well, don't let that knee buckle in. I saw in the classes some people that was kind of happening with, and I'm actually wincing even thinking about it now because my medial ligaments would probably rip off the bone again if I did that. So really good knee tracking throughout this, guys. Okay, and soles of the feet on the floor. So kind of sit back into it too as well. It's just for a little bit of kind of range or depth, so you get a good stretch on the inside of that straight leg as well. So this is the next port of call. If the static variation is manageable, then we go into the dynamic variation. So again, I'm probably a bit slow on the reaction or the landing here, but again, dodgy knees. So this is actually really helpful for me too in terms of knee health. But again, we really have to be careful with just our knee tracking here. Don't let the knees cave in on either leg. And sit back into it a bit. Again, getting that stretch on the straight leg. Pushing away. So again, I can't stress enough that straight leg, the trailing leg, that knee isn't pointing towards the floor or buckling or caving in. Okay, so strong straight leg, sole of the foot on the floor. Again, toes pointing forward the whole time. Here I am psyching myself up because I have never done these with a 24 kilo weight before. I think the most is probably 12 kilos. So I'm kind of wondering how this will play out. You can see a good old bend in that leg that's supposed to be straight. Wow, I thought my leg was straight. But there you go. Not the end of the world. Yeah, getting a bit better. I'm kind of getting confidence as I'm getting through the repetitions. Because yeah, I'm a little bit nervous about this one. But so far, so good. All the same rules apply. And again, you can do these, like I said, without weight. If you do have a bit of a weight, dumbbell works fine as well. Even a backpack or a bag or something, whatever, you know. Play around with it. So that's the legs out of the way for the moment. Upper body push next, so tempo push-ups. So just, I'm just going for a 3-second negative here. 2, 1. And to help I count these, because I know people get lost in repetitions sometimes, it's just 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 4. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 5. Little insider tip for you there. So yeah, just trying to keep to a tempo here with these. I probably could try and tuck my face back a little bit. But yeah, it's just push-ups, tight core. So next up we have a close grip or tricep push-ups. So all I'm doing here is my hands are a little closer together and then kind of tucking my elbows on the way down. So this just kind of gives a bit more of an emphasis on the triceps and a bit less on the chest. And here I'm just kind of banging out normal tempo here. And in my head I have maybe 15 repetitions. But yeah, trying to get the elbows tucked, and again on the way up to trying to keep your core tight and everything kind of moving as a unit, so shoulders don't hop up before the hips do. And onto the diamond push-ups here. So again, diamond because that's the shape you're making with your hands there, I guess. A little bit more emphasis on the triceps again on this one. I think you can, if you want to make it more challenging, you can have your hands in front of your head or under your face, whatever, but yeah, that should suffice there. My sister coming out to abuse me there. So first up for the hip hinge pattern, it's just a forward reach. So similar to what we do in the warm-up. Really trying to keep our hips level with the floor here, meaning that we're not kind of twisting out to the side. Challenging to do again. Awful footwear for this. My ankles are rolling quite a lot, as you can see. Probably should have done these in my socks, but it was pretty cold out there. So again, if this is kind of easy enough, you can come a little bit further away from the kettlebell. but we're trying not to overarch, overextend, or overreach either. And this variation is ideal if we don't have any weights at home to use, so we're just using body weight. And if we do have weight, Romanian deadlift. So again, just using a kettlebell. You can use a dumbbell here too. But I want to keep the toes pointing forward. So like I said in the classes before, trying to almost kind of screw or corkscrew my feet into the floor. So drive the big toe down, little toe down, heel down. Your 3 points of contact. Like I said in the last video as well, you can see that kettlebell is kind of tracking down between my shins. So I'm not kind of letting the kettlebell drift out in front of me. Again, trying to really emphasize that hinge and push my bum back. Minimal knee bend comes from the hips. And again, the key on this one is that squeeze at the top with the glutes, not overarching or overextending. So the next one is single leg RDL. Again, not particularly brilliant on this one. Probably should be wearing socks or going barefoot in this. So same principles as the last two movements kind of combined. Trying to keep the hips level with the floor, that we're not twisting and turning. Again, I'm probably going a little too heavy on this weight wise, but this is the only way to have at home, so I've got to make do. As you'll see in a few minutes, it's going to get very interesting with Turkish get ups. But trying to keep myself as balanced as possible. Trying to send the heel back as well. This one gets a prize for the longest name for an exercise going. Hand supported single leg Romanian deadlift with a 1 arm row. So the hand supported variations are excellent because what they'll do is they'll allow you to kind of really try and emphasize the target muscle group. A lot of times we don't use that hand support, we're probably overcompensating and really struggling to kind of balance. So this allows us just to get a little bit of stability so we can really engage, like I said, that target muscle group. You can see there, hamstrings, glutes, burning. Again, probably a little bit heavy for me on this one, but I'm limited right now, so I've got to make do. The emphasis really is not trying to go very heavy on the row here. The emphasis really is about balance and trying to extend the back leg as much as you can. I mean, ideally we'd have both legs straight, not locked out, but we're pretty much straight here. My balance is actually shocking on my right side. I had my big surgery on my left leg, and I think obviously from the years of additional attention or kind of compensatory work on that side, I've probably created an imbalance now where my left leg's stronger than my right leg, which is kind of fucked up, but pretty common I guess after rehab. So the first core piece is just a side plank, and on this one it's just on the knees. So I know some folks kind of struggle to get that alignment when the knees are off the floor, but for this one just keep it simple. I'm trying to have a straight line more or less from my shoulder through my hip to my knee. So I want to try and, again, that posterior tilt, I'm trying to really squeeze the glutes or tuck the hips under. So from here, I probably could shift more over my forearm on the floor here. So there should probably be a straight line from my bottom elbow through to my shoulder to my top shoulder, but we can work on that. So next up is just a full version of the side plank. Again, trying to squeeze the glutes. So I really don't want to kind of bend my hips to let my bum drift backwards. Stay away from the camera here. A little better alignment through the bottom elbow through to the shoulders. But what I want to try and do here again is just straight line, ideally from my ankles or my heel through the knee, through the hip to the shoulder. And if that one's easy, then we just go for the foot elevated variation. Try not to kick some clothes off the clothesline. So same deals with alignment, and again you'll find that the top glute here, my right glute, will be working a lot as well. But yeah, this is pretty tough. So the last bit of the workout is just the Turkish Get Up, and again just using a runner here initially. Again, if you don't have any weights at home, some object I guess that won't break or smash if you drop it, although that will make things interesting. So what I'm practicing here is just my alignment again, and in the back of my head just dreading that I'm going to have to do this with a 24 kilo kettlebell in a second. So here we are with the kettlebell. Again, I'm way out of practice on these guys, and 24 kilos is probably pretty heavy for me right now. And like I said again, the last couple of years with an arm injury, I can't really straighten my right arm anymore, and that definitely makes things a bit more challenging. Yeah, balance is not brilliant here. Good old landing on the knee as well. So the plan would be to do one of these on each side after each round of the workout. Yeah, so here it goes, one round, starting off with the weighted lateral lunge, going for 10 repetitions on each leg. Kind of thinking to myself right now that if my knees don't explode, that's a win. Also thinking I wish I brought home a lighter kettlebell. Right about now, I'm probably thinking about those Turkish Get Ups coming along. Not looking forward to them. I'm just focusing on strong landing here as well with the feet too. Again, not on the toes, just land at the heel as well. Yeah, pretty much relieved I survived that one. Knees intact, feel good, sort of. On to close grip push-ups now. So I'm going to shoot for 15 repetitions. Back's arched a little bit here, but I always find that happens a little bit more on the close grip push-ups. So just trying to make sure that my shoulders don't kind of come up too quickly in front of the hips or ahead of my hips. Still thinking I should have brought home a lighter kettlebell. Fuck's sake. So onto the hand supported single leg deadlift with a single arm row. I think I noticed the chair move once or twice, so I was definitely relying on the hand support a little bit too much. I always find these really get my standing leg. And again, people always ask, I prefer to row on the same side that I send my leg back. I don't know, it just helps me keep a bit more balanced. Probably could have that rear leg a little more straight. It's almost like I heard myself there. Although, still a bit of movement there. Didn't realise that. I'm going to grab my watch to time the planks because I absolutely do not want to do 1 second more than I have to. I had great intentions here to do both sides with the feet elevated or the foot elevated, but we'll see how that pans out in a second. So the hardest part for me is definitely the glute, top glute here. I can really feel it trying to get that leg elevated. But I guess little things like trying to focus on my breathing here helps marginally. Although it didn't really help on the other sides, but sure, look. Done. On the other one now. Getting set up, not too much conviction there. Whoop, hit the chair as well, gotta move over. Rattled now at this stage. I know it's not gonna be a good round. Now the clothes are banging off my head, totally fucking rattled. That left glute's just getting tired. I'm like, fuck this. Feet down. And raging with myself. Yeah, this is definitely a challenging one. So on to the Turkish Get Up next, and I don't know why, but for some reason, I'm all over the place here. I don't know if it's a combination of just a little tired, spending the last 30 minutes demoing a range of movements, but sure, look, I'm just making excuses. Bit of a shit show. Hence the grazed knee and the grazed elbow in a minute. Whoa. Whoa, nearly lost that again. Actually looks a little bit better than it felt there. That arm wants to bend, trying to keep it straight. It didn't drop the weight in my face. That's a win. Now this side is really where it gets shit. Yeah, that foot's up. Try and keep it down. High-ish hips. No, fucked up there. Fucked up there. Nice how grazed knee. Well done, Dave. Very wobbly. I'm trying to readjust now so I don't want to end up in the clothesline. Oh my god. Yeah, at this stage now I'm expecting that weight to fall. I think it nearly falls here. Yeah, it's starting to go. I'm really struggling here not to drop the weight. Desperately reaching for the floor. Floor is still there. That's good. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. There he goes. Yeah, brutal. Anyway, done. Yep, survived. Well done, Dave. Showing off the war wounds. Done.